Mr. Lewinsohn, welcome to the ProWein 2014. Why are you here? Why is it so important to be here?
Well, actually, this is the biggest show on earth, so of course it's very important for us. And we are producers of mainly red wine, and the German market is really keen on red wines, especially from hotter climate like Mediterranean countries such as Israel. So we look at Germany as a really important market, and of course there are a lot of visitors from different countries as well. So ProWein is a great opportunity for Israeli wines, and especially for us Recanati.
So what do you think defines the Israeli wine, in particular your wine?
Well, I think coming from hot climate, the wines are very full-bodied. The wines have quite big on alcohol, about 14.5, but we try not to make them too alcoholic. So we want them to be ripe, but not overly ripe. And I think especially for cooler climate countries like Germany, where it's a bit chiller throughout the year, big red wines are really handy and helpful, especially in cold winter days. So we try to make full-bodied wines, very sexy, purplish, fruit-driven, and Israel produced that sort of wines. And I think Recanati Winery especially is producing fruity and easy-to-drink wines on the entry level, and premium, complex, sophisticated wines on the premium side.
If you look back on the last couple of years, the trend was going to more lighter wines. Was that a problem for you?
Well, I think it's a challenge. I'm very happy things are moving that way, because we started doing that about 5 or 6 years ago in Recanati, not because of the global trend to have lighter wines, just because we felt so. We feel that regardless of where you are drinking the wines, if it's in Israel or California where it's a bit hotter, or in Germany or Scandinavia where it's a bit colder, I think anyway, big alcohol wines are sometimes hard to drink, and I think it's important to bring some freshness into the wines. So we started moving towards lower alcohol wines with fresher style, crispier, few years back, and we are very happy. I think this is a trend that goes on, and I'm quite happy it does. And in Recanati Winery, that's what we try to produce, crispier, fresher style of wine.
Looking back on the last couple of years, is there one meeting, one conversation in particular that you thought was very interesting, where you talked about wine with someone who came to visit you at the stand?
Well, I think it's a huge opportunity for us to meet other people, and for other visitors to meet us. Israel is quite unique, because we got lots of international varieties. We don't have our own indigenous varieties. They were lost many years ago, because the production was interrupted a few hundred years ago, though the Israel production is 5,000 years old. So we restarted all about 120 years ago. So we got very different varieties, and I think it's interesting for visitors to meet, sometimes for the first time, an up-and-coming country such as Israel. So I think basically all has been really interesting for us, and especially introducing our wines to people for the first time. So I can't remember any particular meeting. I do remember the whole experience as being very educational for both sides.
I think it's time for me to get a little educational and try a little bit of your wine. Thank you very much for the conversation, and have a lovely time here at the ProWein. Thank you so much.